Hey everybody, Dan here with Pain Free You. Today I wanted to talk to you about this concept, and it's always inspired. Most of my videos are inspired by the people I'm working with and talking with and exchanging messages with. Here it is. Why predicting the worst is a horrible, horrible strategy. So I'll let you noodle on that and imagine where I'm going with that. But I'll get to that in a second. Know deeply that you're okay. Perceived danger, pain, and symptoms means that you're okay. Your brain just hasn't been willing to accept it yet, but it will. With consistency, calm, clarity, reassurance, deciding that you're actually okay, committing to teaching your scared brain that's operating on misinformation and fear. Decide that, and you'll get there. So, why predicting the worst is a horrible strategy. And so, how many people comment below, think about their future and go, oh, it's going to be awful. What if this never goes away? What if I go on a trip and my pain is there and it ruins my trip and I'm laying in the hotel while my family's going out and having fun? What if my kids are disappointed in me? What if I never get better? What if I get to the restaurant and I can't sit? What if? Fear, fear, fear. Danger, danger, danger. Worst case scenario, worst case scenario. When does that sound like a good idea? I'm being a little sarcastic there, of course, but it's a really bad strategy. And let's look at why. The brain's perception of danger is what turns on symptoms, keeps them going, or as the perception of danger rises, symptoms can increase as well. So if you are predicting the worst, what is your impact or influence on the brain's perception of danger? It's going to go up, right? And so since we know how this system works, that it's the perception of danger, fueling that perception of danger is a really bad strategy. Because in real time, the more you fear and the more you're fueling that fear with your worst case scenario predictions, the symptoms can go up. At minimum, they're going to stick around. All right? They're probably not going to go away while you're predicting the worst. So let's say you're predicting the worst for a trip. Is that going to help you stay safer? Is that going to minimize the chances of your symptoms showing up on your trip? Nope. It will make them more likely because you're already increasing the symptoms before you even go away. Why? Because the worst case scenario predictions, they're actually creating more perceived danger, fear. So, look, if you expect the best, does it guarantee that you'll have a good outcome? No, it doesn't. But if we were betting people and I were to say, all right, if I planned a trip and I expected the best, I kind of visualized it going really well, took on the mindset that says if symptoms show up, I'm not going to care, versus predicting the worst, being terrified of the trip being ruined, dreading it, feeling the symptoms go up before you even leave the house for the trip, and then expecting to be fearful and oversensitive to the symptoms if they show up, and being really distraught and dismayed if the symptoms show up. Of those two options, if you were a betting person, which one do you think is going to give you the better odds of a good trip? Clearly not the predicting the worst, right? Predicting the best, expecting a good outcome, expecting that if symptoms show up, you're going to know how to respond and you're going to not let it bug you. You're not going to let it ruin your trip. You'll make do. You'll get by. Because look, for somebody who has already dealt with some of the worst symptoms they've experienced at home, you can deal with it. You've already proven you make it through 100% of your bad days. So much of predicting the worst is just allowing the runaway imagination of what you don't want to have happen dominate your thinking. And I'm here to tell you, folks, not a winning strategy. That will not lead to a very successful symptom-free trip. Unless you happen to get on the trip and just get so, engaged with what's going on in life that your brain just goes, holy crap, we're having fun, right? But if you look at it, predict the best, predict the worst, which one's going to give you the better odds of a good experience? I'll tell you right now, it's predicting the best, expecting the best, and expecting yourself to be able to roll with the punches, and whatever happens, happens, and you know that you're actually going to be okay, even if symptoms happen to come along for the trip. And the trip is just an example. It could be going to work, it could be going to a family gathering, it could be going to a grocery store, it could be getting up from the bed and walking to the kitchen. It doesn't matter what you are predicting. And if you're going to bed at night going, oh, thank God I'm in bed, but tomorrow's going to be awful, you're predicting the worst, and that's more likely to cause that than if you expect the best and expect that if the symptoms are there, you're capable of responding in the proper way, which will reassure the brain and show the brain that despite the symptoms being present, I'm not concerned. Little to no concern. I respond with clarity, certainty, calm, confidence, trust that I'm actually okay, despite the, false alarm ringing, right? It doesn't matter what you are predicting is going to go bad. Heck, it can even be interpersonal stuff. If you're going on a first date with somebody and you predict the worst, it's more likely to go down the toilet. So, start predicting the best. It doesn't guarantee you the best outcome, but it certainly gives you way better odds than predicting the worst. And some people will be like, well, I don't want to expect the best because then I'll be disappointed. Okay. Understood. You're already disappointed in advance because you're expecting it to go horribly. You're already disappointed, and it hasn't even happened yet. So don't worry about getting your hopes up and expecting the best and being disappointed. You're already disappointed, and you're already operating in fear and worry about this future that you don't want to have happen, but you just feel compelled to think about it over and over again. Notice that. Become aware that you're doing that. Then make a firm decision and a commitment to yourself. I'm not going to do that anymore. That doesn't make any sense. I'm going to do what makes sense and leads me forward out of this mess, as opposed to keeping me stuck and ensuring further troubles and difficulties and suffering. Does this make sense? Comment below. Let me know what you think. If you're new on YouTube, please subscribe. It'll help the channel. 2,000 subscribers away from 50,000 people. Can't believe it. Took me a year to get to 1,000. Now we're getting closer to 50K. So I appreciate y'all. Thank you for your support. Share this stuff widely. If you know people who can benefit by it, send them to dansyoutube.com. And if you want some direct help, want to sit down on a Zoom call and interact with me personally, ask me questions, get some direct coaching, join the group, painfreeyougroup.com. Run several Zoom sessions a week, and you can come and go as you need to, and you can cancel anytime. There's no long-term commitments. So, hope to see you in the group. If not, as usual, I love you, and we'll see you tomorrow. Take care.